Today on Pitch Chris, we're going to find out how long does it take to get your screenplay to turn into a movie? How can you get your script seen if you are an unknown writer? And can you break the rules in this industry? Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of Pitch Chris, where you guys are be giving me questions about the entertainment business, and I'm going to answer them. If you guys would like to ask me some questions, make sure you find me on social media at Chris DeBlasio, hashtag Pitch Chris. Let's take that first question.
How long does it take for a screenplay to become a movie?
Well, basically, a lot of factors are involved in that, right? So it really depends on, and I mentioned this in earlier episodes, that if it's a project that is hot right now, producers or studios, they're going to move on it quickly. If it's not the right genre, not the right time, it's going to take a little bit of time, which will delay the process. But if, let's say that it is something that is definitely hot right now in the market and people want to see this movie, it really depends on who's attached to the project. Obviously, you want to get people that are work diligently and quickly and are very responsive. So if you're a writer, it sounds like that you're actually a writer trying to pitch to a producer or trying to get a producer to produce your project. Find projects that they've done in the past and ask them, how long has the process been? Don't be afraid to ask those types of questions. What are some of the things involved? What are my expectations to get my script actually turned into a movie? So you're going to want to ask those types of questions to a producer to kind of figure out and gauge exactly when your script is going to be done. Because let's face it, you just don't want to get your script shelved. So if you at least get some sort of verbal feedback from whoever's going to be producing your project, an estimated time. All scripts are different. It really depends on the genre of your script, what's involved. I mean, if you're talking about, huge explosions or shutting down, major streets in Atlanta or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of things that are involved in pre-production that could extend the process. So, hope that helps. It's a good question.
If you're an unknown writer, is there a chance of getting your script seen?
That's a really good question. A lot of you guys out there might just be starting out. You don't really have a name for yourself. There's a lot of competition out there, but what you want to do is you want to make yourself known. You want to go to as many networking events as you can. You want to go to, classes where the producers or instructors, or also find out if you can, give value to a producer or help out or get involved in the industry somehow. And then tell everybody exactly what you do. Because eventually you're going to build relationships with people and they're going to ask you, do you have any projects? Do you have any scripts? And that is the best way of potentially getting your stuff made. I know there's a lot of stories about unsolicited scripts. It's a very slim chance that your project could get picked up. I can tell you guys, with us, we get unsolicited mail all the time, and we don't check it as much as if somebody that we know has already booked an appointment, already presented their pitch, and then delivered their script. There's a whole process that people have to go through, but we vet them and we also get to know them first. So unsolicited scripts are a little bit more challenging. So I would say just get out there, go to as many networking events, and try to provide value to a producer.
There are always submission guidelines for screenplays, and yet some people say you can break the rules as long as you know the right person. How closely do we need to follow submission guidelines?
First off, yes, there is guidelines, and I can give you a very specific example. Like, for instance, our company, going back to unsolicited submissions, there's a form you need to fill out in order to get your script read by us legally. Because the problem is with producers, if you just blind send your submission and say they create a project that's similar to your project, there could be a lawsuit, right? So it's not that producers don't want to see your work or we're just trying to shut the door on any new opportunities. It's legally we can't do that. So I can tell you, our process is you have to sign a release to actually get your script to us, or we won't look at it. And that's, unfortunately, that's just the way that the business is, because we need to protect ourselves and our company as long as you as the writer. So that's our process. There may be some companies that'll bend the rules a little bit for you, but it all comes down to relationships. Once you build those relationships, there's certain processes, I guess, that some people can bend. So it is different across the board. So great questions. That's all for today's episode. Keep sending me your questions. Find me on social media at Chris DeBlasio, #PitchChris. So go ahead, keep sending in those questions, and I'm going to keep answering them.